I saw this in my feed and I thought, oh, we should watch this tonight. We are gonna look at 20 TV shows that are gone but not forgotten. You know how much I love like some of the OG TV shows. So this like I love this shit. Okay, Alex, cool. It looks like yeah. So when you react to things, a certain type of things, Jenny, it's literally stuff that like if I see something that looks interesting, or I have a video suggestions channel in my Discord where people can suggest videos to me, and if they look like they might be interesting, we watch them. So yeah, it's interesting or educational or current event stuff or fun stuff, whatever sparks I want to watch that. Like, we're gonna watch this. Rev put out a new video about Ghost of Yotei. We may watch that. So it's just whatever sparks my interest. And this time, and I think believe these are 90's TV shows that are gone but not forgotten. So, this is back when TV was good. So, let's take a look and reminisce.
Once they were everywhere. Primetime hits, the talk of the schoolyard, even household names. In the pre-streaming era, you couldn't just binge watch or catch up later. Miss an episode and you missed out. Shows from the 80's and 90's gave us epic sci-fi adventures, gritty crime stories, and unforgettable moments that became part of our lives. Today we're looking back at 20 TV shows that slipped from the spotlight but remained legends to those who remember.
Okay. Xena!
Let's start off with Xena. Lucy Lawless made us believe that a warrior princess could take down an entire army with nothing.
And Xena was fun. I never really... What? What did I miss? Past notifications, what are you talking about? What? No, notifications? What notifications? What? What did I... Atanashi, what did I miss? The last... Oh! Thank you! Okay, I didn't realize what you meant, Atanashi. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, they are now. I honestly never got into Xena all that much. By the way, point of note here, when they set up the chapter views, they misspelled Xena here. They misspelled it. Yeah, Hercules was far more popular. It is. Xena had sex appeal. That's where Xena got its draw, is because Lucy Lawless was smoking hot, and she was basically a badass dominant. Effectively speaking. That's why Xena gained popularity. Because if you remember correctly, she kind of started off as a bad guy on Hercules. That's how she was introduced, and I think the audience response to her was so positive that they said, okay, she's getting her own spin-off, and very often, fairly often, they would, Hercules and Xena would cross over into each other's, into one another's shows. Point of note there, Sam Raimi's brother was one of the stars of Xena. I forget his name off the top of my head, but one of Xena's sidekicks was Sam Raimi's brother. And he was there almost from the beginning. Bruce Campbell also did more than a few guest spots on both Hercules and Ted Raimi. Thank you, Oben. I always forget Ted's name. Yeah, Ted Raimi was a co-star, a regular co-star, and Bruce Campbell had guest appearances more than a few times in both Xena and Hercules.
but sheer determination and an impressive scream. Plus, who could forget the epic friendship between Xena and Gabrielle? They were the original dynamic duo, proving that girl power wasn't just a Spice Girls thing.
Okay. Yeah, friendship. They were lesbians. Okay? And I'm fine with that. But Gabrielle and Xena were lesbian for each other. And I'm totally fine with it. Maybe Alex, I mean, maybe keeping that out of it, just, not talking about that. But it's kind of been widely, I'm pretty sure these two kissed. Towards the end of the series, I believe I remember hearing something about Xena and Gabrielle kissing. So, yeah, they were lesbians for each other, and it's fine. I'm totally cool with it. I thought it was great. It made, it's fine. They were great with each other. It makes perfect sense.
Unfortunately, sometimes a lot of these people get out of jail on what they call bail. And they run
What the hell?
Next is The Fall Guy. The show that taught us that Hollywood stuntmen had the coolest side gig ever, bounty hunting. Remember the thrill of watching Colt Seavers pull off incredible
I have never
stunts,
seen this.
always managing to land on his feet.
I've never seen this show.
Of the job. And who could forget that iconic theme song, The Unknown Stuntman?
Yeah, me neither.
Kung Fu,
the legend continues. Okay. Kung Fu the Legend Continues is how David Carradine got put on the modern day map. Yes, David Carradine was Kwai-Jane Kane from the original Kung Fu, taking the role from Bruce Lee. That's the thing, bear in mind. Kung Fu the Legend Continues is a sequel. Bear that in mind. Kung Fu Legend Continues is a sequel to the original 1960s, 70s Kung Fu TV series that David Carradine starred in as Kwai-Jane Kane. This was the sequel, was it 73? Okay, thank you. And that was a role that was originally supposed to go to Bruce Lee. They rug pulled him on that role. This was a sequel series where his now adult son, played by Chris Potter, who some of you may know from, if not from this show, you would know him from, he was on Silk Stockings on USA, and he was also the voice of Gambit in the X-Men animated series, both the original and the X-Men 97 continuation that Disney recently put out. So Chris Potter played his son, he played his police officer, his detective son, and this is what got David Carradine back in the public eye. He actually got several roles, probably because of him being in Kung Fu the Legend Continues. And he did a great Kwai-Jane Kane. I always thought he did great in the role. Yeah, he was. I thought it was a good show. It was, granted, he moves incredibly slow. Yeah, well, I mean, this is the role that made people think that he actually is a skilled martial artist. When you have to remember, every martial arts move David Carradine did in this was slow. But the way they filmed it made it seem like he's a very skilled kung fu master when he was just slow.
Because apparently, one kung fu series wasn't enough. David Carradine returns to teach us all that wisdom can come from a mystical stare and an impossibly slow punch. This show tried to convince us that you could solve all your problems with meditation, but let's be honest, we were just here for the occasional totally impractical fight scenes.
Damage to all other missile ports.
Damn, that last blast took out all but one Maverick missile port!
Thunder in Paradise. Hulk
This one? I've never seen the TV series, I did a while ago, like a long while ago, see the movie. This actually started as a movie, and then the movie turned into a television series. And it basically, it was all around, basically, it was a couple of ex-Navy SEALs, Hulk Hogan, and I forget who his co-star was. They were ex-Navy SEALs that had, like, a super high-tech, like, boat. Like a super high-tech speedboat. And that was, like, the whole thing. It was like a speedboat that could basically turn into an armored sea tank. It was a lot of fun. And it was Hulk Hogan. I mean, say what you will about the man, he's an entertainer. He is a fun entertainer.
Hogan traded the wrestling ring for a high-tech boat and a series of increasingly improbable adventures. This show had everything: explosions, evil masterminds, and more testosterone than a gym on New Year's Day. If you were looking for something that combined the best parts of Baywatch and Airwolf, this was your jam.
Lady, be cool.
That TV show that started it all for him. Okay? I have never seen T.J. Hooker. I have not. But goddamn, if this was not what started it all for the true captain. What T.J. Hooker? Oh yeah, T.J. Hooker was very popular. T.J. Hooker is why William Shatner got the gig for Star Trek. It had a good couple seasons. And not only T.J. Hooker, but it also had Heather Locklear in it. This was what propelled Heather Locklear to stardom as well. This is how she got her start. Wait, T.J. Hooker, was it 80's? God, you're right, it is. Oh my God, you're right. Wow, I am so very wrong. It's not even funny on this one. I look like an idiot right now. You're right. This was post Star Trek. Oh my God. I wonder if I'm thinking if it's what got him back into doing the films. Maybe. I don't know. Oh my God. Wow. I have no more to say. We'll say my brain is still fried from getting blown up in a leak. We'll just say that.
They aren't gonna hurt.
T.J. Hooker, where William Shatner traded in his Starfleet uniform for a police badge. Do you remember the tension every time Hooker dove over the hood of a car, his hair barely moving thanks to what must have been a vat of 80's hairspray?
That's the infamous Shatner hair that never moved in the wind. I do think it was kind of a staple that and wasn't it a staple that T.J. Hooker always jumped on a car in like every episode? It was a staple that he would either ride on the hood or on the roof of a car, I think, every fucking episode.
A car, his hair barely moving thanks to what must have been a vat of 80's hairspray. It was the kind of show that made you want to wear aviator sunglasses and chase down bad guys.
A true warrior attacks from the front.
Hercules!
My commander says you attack from whatever side suits your purpose.
So,
we have Hercules, the legendary journey.
Yeah.
Kevin Sorbo's pecs were practically the stars of this show, but hey, who's complaining? Hercules was...
This was a fun one too. Yeah, like Hercules. It was a fun show. There were like, this was the age when this kind of show was like, you had Hercules, you had Xena. Bruce Campbell also had a couple shows. I don't know if they're gonna show them. But he had like Jack of all trades and The Adventures of County Briscoe, I think it was. They all came out around this time. Yeah, Briscoe County Jr., that's what it was, Guybrush. Thank you. Yeah, like, this was the age when this kind of show, it was basically fun camp. That's what made these shows so like popular. Is this was just pure fun action campiness. There was fun action to it, like with fun fights, campy humor that worked at the time. It worked great. That's what made that's what propelled these shows to success. Even if they only had like a couple seasons, I think Bruce Campbell's shows, which are criminally underrated, Jack of All Trades and Briscoe County Jr. are criminally underrated TV shows. They were fun. Exactly. They didn't take themselves seriously. They starred hot guys and girls. Like, that's another thing. The men were manly, masculine, and handsome. The women were busty and hot. It was a recipe for success. Because they didn't take themselves seriously and they fucking knew what sold. Yeah, they were just flat out fun.
Was the guy who could lift a boulder with one hand and then casually engage in witty banter with the gods.
Oh yeah.
It is Miami Vice, the show that basically invented the 80s. Pastel suits.
And okay, not only basically was Miami Vice, I think, was the zeitgeist of the 80s. Yeah, this show literally defined the 80s. I think. It is, I do think that this literally defined the 80s. As Kevin Sorbo, he's done a couple sci-fi, but Kevin Sorbo has dove headlong into religious films. That is what he is doing lately. He's done a fuck ton of religious-based movies. He is very seriously into that. But the thing about the Miami Vice, not only did it define the 80s, it set up Don Johnson. I think this is one this one I know I'm not screwing up the timeline. I guarantee you. Don Johnson got tapped for Nash Bridges because of Miami Vice. It was because of this show that I think it was USA, tapped him to head the Nash Bridges TV show. Because that's also a police show in San Francisco. And he's basically playing a slightly, a bit of an older, more refined, more humorous version of Sonny Crockett in Nash Bridges. And both are great shows. Absolutely fantastic fucking shows.
Ray-Ban sunglasses and a soundtrack that could make even the most mundane stakeout feel like a night at the club. It wasn't just a TV show. It was a cultural phenomenon that made everyone want to live in Miami, even if it was just to feel the breeze in their hair.
Wait! Bruce Willis did a guest star appearance on Miami Vice? I did not know this. Oh shit! Was he this, okay, I was gonna ask, was this like a guest spot? Was Moonlighting, at play right now, and was he doing his character for Moonlighting, or was he an original character and that's what got him Moonlighting? Yeah, Nash Bridges head cheat, although the actor who played Tubbs did do a guest appearance on Nash Bridges. They did have him come in for one episode on Nash, and they sort of had a quasi Miami Vice reunion. This was before Moonlight? Okay, so this may have gotten him Moonlighting. Yeah, I had no idea he did a guest spot on this. Huh?
As they chase down the bad guys in a white suit.
Oh my god! Wait. That was, was that Pam Grier? Pam Grier was on Miami Vice too? I didn't know this either. Holy... See, that's what I love about the 80s stuff. You get so many stars at their inceptions. at the inception of their careers, you see so many stars, you're like, holy shit, it's so-and-so. Yeah! Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Okay.
The Crow, Stairway to Heaven. A show that tried its
Did-
best to
no.
live up to...
No. I didn't like this show. I did not like this show. Because, yeah, me too, Atanashi. This one, the show itself was... So for those of you that don't know why I'm like vibrating right now, after the Crow movie, probably about a few years after the Crow movie came out, they decided to do a blatant, this was after J10. It was a blatant cash grab. Because the Eric Draven in this is the Brandon Lee Eric Draven. They had Mark Dacascos playing him, and they completely fucked with the lore because basically it was Eric. The series actually takes place post movie. This is effectively speaking like a sequel to the movie, where it was basically saying, you know, where Eric was saying, my soul can never rest. Even after he took vengeance for him and Shelley, he was saying, it was like his soul could not rest, so he returned to Earth as a vigilante and would look normal, and then would basically do, like, he turned into a superhero, where he would, like, power up and the face paint would suddenly appear and you would get black fingernails. And it was... not good. Did not like. I was like, Mark Dacascos did fine, and he had the physicality as a martial artist to do the cool martial arts fights, but they completely fucked the storyline of The Crow, and I was very upset by this.
To the iconic movie, and well, almost made it. With Mark Dacascos as the brooding Eric Draven, this series brought us a moody atmosphere, dark vengeance, and more trench coats than a Matrix convention. It may not have been the most successful adaptation, but hey, it gave us all the 90s goth vibes we didn't know we needed.
No, fucking no, it didn't. I'm calling that out, no, it did. It didn't give us... The Crow movie gave us the 90s goth vibes. The TV show felt like a cheap fucking cash grab. Fuck that shit. Magnum is good, yes. This was a great show.
The show that made Tom Selleck's mustache more famous than the Ferrari he drove.
This is true.
Remember the
this is
beautiful
true.
Hawaiian landscapes, the cheeky banter between Magnum and Higgins. Magnum wasn't just solving crimes, he was living the dream. And let's not forget the iconic red Ferrari.
Let's not forget that Magnum was smooth as fuck. No, I have not seen the new one, Potato. I don't watch modern TV. Because there's nothing good on modern TV. So no, I have not seen the new Magnum PI. I have no intention of seeing the new Magnum PI. This is the only Magnum PI that exists. The classic Tom Selleck being an absolute Chad in Hawaii.
For many of us, it wasn't just a car. It was the symbol of the ultimate 80s lifestyle.
In each of us, there burns a soul of a
Oh,
warrior.
God.
In every generation.
This falls into the same category as The Crow. This was an absolute garbage, shit, cheap cash grab. Capitalizing on Mortal Kombat's success as a film. And friggin', thank you for 5 gifted. Thank you. This was, like, look at these costumes. These are fucking horrible. And my guess is the martial arts was garbage.
5, we enter the world of Mortal Kombat Conquest, where every episode was a tournament and every fight scene was more ridiculous than the last. This show brought the video game to life with a mix of martial arts and absurdly tight costumes.
It did not, from what I understand, it did not last long. I think this may have only lasted one season. You can tell it is shit. It was absolute shit.
Let's be real, none of us were watching for the plot. We were just here to see someone yell, "Finish him," and then deliver a high-flying kick to the face.
I here deputize both of you.
Wait, was Dukes of Hazzard 80's? I thought Dukes of Hazzard was 70's. Is it 80's or 70's? 79. Okay, 70's into 80's. Okay, yeah, okay. That fucking Dukes of Hazzard. Now, this is one. How many of you saw the film? No, he's definitely not going in time order. Certainly not. How many of you saw the Dukes of Hazzard Broken Lizard film? Okay. Dukes of Hazzard, as a TV series, has a special place in everyone's heart. Okay, the first one, gore. The first one only. Yeah, everyone knows the Dukes of Hazzard. The Broken Lizard film, though, was good. I really liked the Broken Lizard Dukes of Hazzard movie. Okay, so Dwayne, the MASH, that's the one that was in reverse. The MASH movie came first, and the TV series came about because of the MASH movie. So it's in reverse in that one. Yeah, I mean, this is what the Dukes of Hazzard is what made the Dodge Charger iconic. It's also why, for the life of me, I don't know why they chose to do this. Why they made the current Dodge Challenger. Which still confuses me. They made the Dodge Challenger obviously in the spirit of the Dodge Charger, but they made the Dodge Charger look nothing like the Dodge Charger. That always confused the fuck out of me, because the Challenger is obviously the Dodge Charger, but they didn't call it the Charger. I never understood that.
You as deputy sheriffs of Hazzard County.
The Dukes of Hazzard, because nothing says wholesome family
God, this is
entertainment
great.
like two good old boys outrunning the law in a car named after a Confederate general. And who could forget Daisy Duke, whose shorts became a fashion statement all on
Daisy.
their own.
Yes. Oh, chat. We did a full fucking react on this one. Did you know how much I love the Highlander TV series? I will go into it because I did a whole fucking react to this very TV series. I love Highlander series. I fucking love it. That's fair. The movie definitely is where it started, but I think it gained an audience with the TV show. Yeah. Oh, Ping, that's what I said during my react of the Highlander TV series, is the way that Christopher Lambert basically handed the series off to Adrian Paul's Duncan was perfect. It is the perfect way for one character to hand off the franchise to another character. It was absolutely fucking perfect. And it was just a fantastic fucking show. I love this show.
Series. Adrian Paul as Duncan MacLeod showed us that being immortal isn't all it's cracked up to be, especially when you're constantly being challenged to sword fights by other immortals. This show had drama, action, and more existential crises than your average philosophy class.
Street Hawk? I never.
The show that was too cool for its own good, or maybe just too fast for the average viewer.
I don't think I know about this one.
Amber is about to spaz out like a toddler in a high chair waiting for applesauce when Highlander is mentioned. Everything lol.
Yeah. But I don't think I know Street Hawk. I'm guessing it's a motorcycle one based on what I just saw. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Of watching Jesse Mack, a cop by day and a crime-fighting vigilante by night, zooming down the streets on his super-powered motorcycle. It wasn't just any bike. This was a machine that could hit 300 miles per hour and leap over cars, making it the ultimate symbol of 80s tech fantasy. It was a short-lived show, but it left a lasting impression, making every kid in the neighborhood want to strap on a helmet and race into the night.
What the hell? Wait, is that Sammo Hung? Is Sammo Hung? Is that Sammo? Yeah, I think it is. I didn't know he did. I did not know he did the TV show. I had no idea he did this. Sammo Hung is an old fucking cheat. This is the man. Well, he's done several things in front of the camera. He's paired up with Jackie in several movies, but basically, him and Jackie Chan were instrumental in the pioneering of the the quote unquote modern kung fu movies, and were very responsible for sort of like bringing it to America. Him and Jackie both, like the two of them worked together, and they made Hong Kong cinema, like Hong Kong martial arts films, the gems that they are, and why people in America know about it.
It's martial law. Sammo Hung brought the martial arts genre to mainstream TV with his incredible skills and charming humor.
He might have
This show
J10.
was like a breath of fresh air, if that air was filled with the scent of broken bones and witty comebacks. Martial law was the perfect blend of action and comedy, proving that size doesn't matter when you've got moves like Sammo.
Oh, MacGyver!
It's MacGyver, the man who made
Oh
paperclips and
my
rubber
god.
bands.
The man that made every kid in the 80's want to subscribe to Popular Mechanics. This man, I have very little doubt that MacGyver and Richard Dean Anderson were singly responsible for creating a skyrocketing subscription base for Popular Mechanics. And yes, this show, and he defined what it means to be creative, like creatively engineering. They like just cobbling together shit out of nothing. He is an icon. He's an absolute icon. And the show is an absolute icon. It's there's no other way to describe it. People obviously still, yeah, like you guys have said, they still use the name MacGyver as an adjective or a verb, and it will continue to be that way for decades. People will continue to say MacGyvering something for decades. That is a testament to how impactful this show was on the zeitgeist.
Like tools of mass destruction. Do you remember sitting on the edge of your seat watching as MacGyver fashioned a bomb out of a soda can and some duct tape, all while the clock was ticking? It wasn't just his resourcefulness that made him a legend.
Really homely.
It was the way he made us all believe that we too could save the day with nothing more than what we found in our junk drawer.
He was a cop and good at his job, but he committed the
Renegade.
ultimate sin and testified against other cops gone
Yeah,
bad.
Alex, that's
Renegade,
true.
where Lorenzo Lamas made being on the run look cool, really cool, with his flowing hair, leather jacket, and motorcycle.
But you know what? It's not just him. Lorenzo Lamas is not the only icon in this. Branscombe Richmond, his Native American co-star, is also just as iconic. Honestly, this man right here, along with this epic fucking mullet, is another icon. If any of you guys watch Jason Brandt's show on YouTube, they squee like a bunch of giddy schoolgirls every time he shows up in one of the movies that they watch. They're always like, "It's Branscombe!" Like, they love it when he shows up in movies. Cause he's kind of iconic. Oh yeah, Atanasi, without question. See, he was kind of sort of like on the run, but he was also a bounty hunter. So it was a little naughty. But the thing is that with with Lorenzo Lamas' character, I think he was I think wanted in one state. He's not. Oh, he's probably. I think he's done a couple TV shows. Dwayne. The Renegade is just the Renegade is the one show that he's known for. Nobody really remembers him from any of his other projects. Renegade is the show that everybody remembers him.
Motorcycle, Reno Reigns
He's done a couple
was the
movies
epitome
too.
of 90s bad boy charm. Renegade made us all want to hit the open road and live life on the edge.
There you go, chat. You were asking for this.
Airwolf, a show about a helicopter that could break the sound barrier, take down jets, and still manage to look cooler than anything we've seen since. Remember the sheer awe you felt watching Hawk pilot the lady through the skies, evading missiles and outmaneuvering enemy aircraft?
Okay. Yeah. Full disclosure, chat. I've never seen Airwolf. Please don't kill me. I have not seen Airwolf before. So, please don't hurt me. But I haven't. Okay. I didn't. I mean, it looks like a cool ass show, but yeah, I never did see it. Does it start off kind of slow? Yeah.
It wasn't just the stunts that made Airwolf unforgettable. It was the idea that somewhere out there, a helicopter like this could actually exist. And who could forget
Kendrick,
that theme
I'm sorry.
song? The moment you heard it, you knew you were in for 42 minutes of pure, unadulterated 80s action.
Here we go. The TV show that truly did put the man, the myth, the legend on the fucking map. Yes, Chuck Norris had been in other projects before this. He had. This is what made him the legend that he is today. I do not think that we would have the Chuck Norris that we have today without if it was not for this show. Kaibo, not to the degree that we know him of. This show, Walker, Texas Ranger, is what I think this show is what elevated him to legendary status. He was in a lot of stuff. Bear in mind, he was in a lot of stuff. He did mostly movies. Yeah, he fought Bruce Lee. He was in a Bruce Lee movie. But he did, Missing in Action. He did Lone Wolf McQuade. I'm trying to think what other stuff he did before Walker. But, so, he was, this, not even so much a TV star. This elevated him to, like Atanashi saying, this elevated him to household name fame. And it was that household name fame that gave him that legendary Chuck Norris status that we know today. So, he was in a bunch of movies. Not a lot of them were known very well. This made him a household name, and yes, it elevated him to the meme status that he currently is today.
Walker, Texas Ranger. With his signature roundhouse kicks and stoic expression, Walker was the ultimate embodiment of justice. This was the show that taught us all one important lesson. Never, ever mess with Chuck Norris.
I'd say 40s, maybe.
Because when Walker was on, crime didn't stand a chance. The show was equal parts action, morality lesson, and Chuck Norris facts.
Those came after
Chuck Norris
Walker.
Facts were even a thing.
There we go. Yes.
A-Team, because nothing screams 80s like 4X Special Forces.
This A-Team is fucking awesome. The A-Team is fucking awesome. This is another one of those. A-Team is along with MacGyver, the A-Team is another show where these guys would just put together weapons and battle tactics literally out of nothing. They would just like MacGyver would just create all kinds of gadgets and explosives from whatever he could find laying around. The A-Team did the same thing. only they did it from a militaristic perspective. So the A-Team was doing the same thing as MacGyver was, and I think they both aired close to the same time. And I was going to mention that, Tanashi. That is a key thing of note, is that the A-Team never, ever killed anyone in the show. Ever. That was one big thing. They did all this stuff that they never actually... No one ever died in the A-Team show. And, yeah, it's like, this made the being on the run thing awesome. Now, who saw the movie? Who saw the movie with Liam Neeson and Shortle Charpley and oh, suck, what's his name? I'm blanking out his name. Bradley Cooper, thank you. Yeah. I have it on my computer too, Bigglesworth. It was a fun movie. I thought it was an absolutely a fun, enjoyable movie. I loved it. And you know what? I think it did justice to the TV show. That's the thing. I do think that the movie did justice to what these guys did, what George Papard did, what Mr. T did in, you know, what, who is it that played Murdoch? Oh, fuck, I know his name. That played Murdoch. Shit. I forget his name now, but, you know, he was, he was, you know, he did Max Headroom, and he's done a couple movies. He was in, no, in the TV show Bigglesworth, who played Murdoch in the TV show. I need to know this. It's just gonna kill me. Hang on. Dwight Schultz. Yeah, that's who it is. Dwight Schultz. He was fucking great. And Poltergeist James, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you so much. Yeah, the movie did a great job of paying homage, the movie did a great job of paying homage to the TV show in what they did and the characterizations. And honestly, I think the concept, I think that what they did with BA in the movie, where after they've all gone to prison and they break him out and he says, I've taken a vow of not killing anyone. Like, that was the whole thing with BA when they busted him out of prison. He said he can't kill anybody. He's taken a vow of like to not kill anybody. I suspect that was another homage to the original A-Team TV show, because again, in the original TV show, they did not kill anyone. And so I suspect in the movie, that's why BA said, I can't kill anyone. I've taken a vow, and I think that was paying homage to it. Is he the OG Starbuck? Is he? Like, Face is the one actor I don't really know.
The soldiers cruising around in a black van, helping people with their problems. Remember
okay,
the excitement?
Hang on. See, that's one thing that pissed off a lot of people. In the movie, though, they removed the van. They destroyed the van at the beginning of the movie, and I know that upset a lot of people. I wasn't happy with it either. I didn't like the fact that they destroyed BA's van. Oh, yeah. Yeah, BA's van shows up in the very beginning of the movie, and about 10 minutes in, they destroyed it. And it was never seen again for the rest of the movie. That was disappointing. But it was a 2-hour movie, and it did, you know, the van wouldn't have worked with the way the movie operated, because, you know, a good chunk of the movie, they were in the military. They were doing military operations. They would have had no cause to have this van. And then when they got out, they never, like, settled. It was constantly on the move. And the van wouldn't probably have made sense, or they probably couldn't find a way to work the van into it. So they show it in the beginning and then they destroy it.
Problems. Remember the excitement of watching Hannibal face BA and Murdoch put together a plan, knowing it would inevitably involve explosions, disguises, and a lot of welding. And let's not forget Mr. T, whose gold chains were somehow more indestructible than the bad guys' plans.
Here we go.
It's Knight Rider.
We know this one.
Remember the thrill of watching Kit zoom through the desert, turbo boost over obstacles, and drive on his own, usually so he can save Michael. It wasn't just about the action, it was about the bond between Michael Knight and Kit,
physics-defying turbo
and his
boost.
best friend, who happens to be a talking car. In the 80s, having a car that could outsmart you was just another Tuesday. And for those of us who watched, it was pure magic. So whether you're feeling a wave of nostalgia or just discovering these classics for the first time, remember, these shows might be gone from the primetime lineup, but they're definitely not forgotten. Thanks for watching.
Not at
and
all.
Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content.
Oh, that was fun. That was, I love videos like that. Oh, that was fun.